Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube episode, and today I want to talk about the healing journey. What is a healing journey? Why do we go through a healing journey? How do we know what are the signs that we are going through a healing journey? And is healing journey a process that lasts a lifetime, or is it something that has an expiry date? So in today's episode, I want to help answer all of these questions that you have towards the healing journey. Let's get started. So to explain what is a healing journey and why do we go through one, I would love to introduce you to the concept of soul. So when we understand what a soul is and how the soul is incarnated into a personality with a body, the body is a vessel that the soul is using to learn its lessons and grow and evolve. And as the body is learning its lessons, as the personality and the ego is learning the lessons to grow and evolve, we are going through a healing journey. Now, I want to emphasize over here that even a spiritual guru or a mentor is also going through their own healing journey. It's just that they have probably learned more lessons than another person, in this world. And so they are more evolved, and yes, they are more equipped to teach the less enlightened souls, on how to grow on their healing journey. So this is one of the things I first want to clarify, that yes, we are all on different stages of healing journey. The first stage of healing journey is self-awareness, which means that understanding that becoming aware of our thoughts and emotions, and understanding that there is something that needs to change within us so that we can build our character and become a more well-rounded person, become a more well-rounded human as we exist on this earth. The second stage is self-realization and also self-acceptance. So once we become aware that something needs to change within us, or we become aware of our own triggers, our own behavioral issues, how can we realize, how can we understand the root causes from where those behavioral issues are coming from? And we realize, we have an epiphany or an aha moment that, wow, I've been acting or behaving the way that I've been doing for so many years because of something that happened in my life, or something I learned, or some energy that I picked up from something in my environment, or something that, as a character trait that we were even just born with, that's just who we really are, that's how the higher power or the universe made me. So the second stage has a lot to do with self-realization and self-acceptance, realization of attitudes and behaviors, good or bad, doesn't matter, and then understanding that, okay, these are the ones that are my strengths, these are the ones that are my weaknesses, and I want to hone my strengths even more, and I want to work on my weaknesses. And also, there are some things about me which are not strengths or weaknesses, but I just need to accept those things about me because that's who I am. And that is where I love to bring in the concept of 7 rays of energies from the cosmos, 7 rays, 7 human temperaments, 7 types of human design that exist on this earth. That is something that is very helpful in the second stage of the healing journey. It's one of the tools that people can use to understand themselves deeper and align. Once they understand themselves, and they can align that to who they are as a person. This stage is probably the longest stage. When I talk about the first stage again now, the self-awareness stage, that is normally the stage when we become more self-aware when things are not okay in our life and we want to make some changes. So we start being out and about looking for solutions on how we can solve those problems. Now just moving on to the third stage, which is the action stage or the self-actualization stage of the healing journey, which sometimes I always say, in my opinion, it is the most difficult stage, but also the era that we live in, it is probably one of the most important stages. So from all this knowledge that we have gathered, from all these trials and tribulations and the struggles that we've been through, from all this healing work that we've done to make ourselves a more rounded and a better person, how can we now actualize and use the talent and who we are, a greater understanding of who we are, into creating service or creating something useful for the world? And that is when we get onto the stage of actualizing our higher purpose, our mission, or even our dharma in life. It is the hardest part because when we're actually doing things in the physical realms on earth, things can be time consuming. There's a cost attached to that. We can make mistakes on our process of self-actualization, and everything can take up a lot of time. And then a lot of times, we want to give up. We want to give up that, this whole thing is not for me. Maybe it's for me, but I don't know it enough. I'm making so many mistakes that I would rather just go back into my comfort zone again and do what I already know. And and that is when the soul, I say that is really something that people should not do, because sooner or later your soul will penalize you again and make you suffer again and teach you a lesson again until you continue to grow and evolve. So the moment we start seeing the healing journey as not something that is constant, but that is ongoing, it applies to everybody on earth, no matter what your background is, your bank account status is, your nationality is, whether you're a 5-year-old or whether you're an 80-year-old. Everybody is going through a healing journey, but at their own stages in life. All of these steps that I talked about are very critical. Normally, yes, I would say that if somebody is in the 3rd stage, since they have already gone through the 1st and the 2nd stages, it doesn't mean that life will not throw something at them where they don't need to jump back to the 1st and the 2nd stage. But if they jump back to the 1st and the 2nd stage, they can quickly move on to the 3rd stage again, because they've understood on how to navigate and how to find the tools to support them in the 1st and the 2nd stages. Also, healing is something that cannot be rushed. Healing takes time. You need to allow yourself to feel. You need to allow yourself to explore. You need to allow yourself to try, see what works for you. You need to allow yourself to even find the right teachers and the right mentors and the right coaches, the right healing systems, modalities that can truly help you given your unique situation and your unique personality as well. So as I talk about different healing methods, some of the very common ones that are accessible out there that people use even for the 2nd stage of healing is where they try to practice self-compassion and self-acceptances. Affirmations is a very powerful tool for accepting who we are as a person. It is not just helping in reprogramming the mind to think more positive, but it is also programming the mind to truly find safety and balance within our mind and body. Just really accepting that I am good enough. I have everything that I need. And when you can truly find that self-compassion and self-acceptance within who you are as a person, you would not naturally feel that you attract such opportunities and such people in your environment as well. But of course, all of this is something that we all need to feel at an energetic level, not just at the mind level, but at a deep emotional level. And do it without doubt. The techniques and the modalities that can help people at each of these stages can be different. So for example, when somebody is going through, self-awareness stage, the 1st stage, something like working with a coach or a mentor, who uses the right psychological tools to help you gain a knowledge of your thoughts and emotions is really good. Also, working with life tools and coaching methods, like one of the things that I help my clients with is self-discovery programs, and also helping them analyze 5 key areas of their life and how they can maximize each of the key areas of their life to live a very high and a very fulfilled life. So, these are some of the tools that really help in the 1st stage. In the 2nd stage, I really like to include things like chakra healing. So when our heart energy is open, we find it easy to practice self-love and self-acceptance and self-compassion and love ourselves for who we are. But again, all of these things are much easier said than done. Sometimes there are things, again, we need a mentor next to us to guide us that what I'm even thinking, the direction that I'm taking, and the life that I'm choosing, is it even right? Of course, we also sometimes don't want to accept just anything that comes our way. It could be our ego giving us those ideas rather than it's a communication from our higher self. And this is why when we are working on the 2nd stage, it is very important to work with especially a coach and a mentor who can help you eliminate the lower frequencies, lower emotions that rules your ego, and help you use methods like There are transformation and transmutation techniques of energy healing and energy methods, which not just through coaching and mentoring, but also through energy methods help you disintegrate these negativities that are trapped in you. And when you do this, you also find that your auras, your personality, your energy conduits, your energy pathways, your meridians, your entire aura, your consciousness expands, and you slowly also start to awaken your soul as well. Of course, there are techniques and methods to do all of these things, but when your soul and your crown chakra is much bigger, you are more enlightened. Your soul wisdom is much higher to guide and tame your ego and correct it when it's taking the wrong track again. So you develop more wisdom as well to self-audit, and you can also take out more time for self-reflection and inner contemplation on a weekly basis on what are the things that need to change within you and what are the things that can stay the same. And then as we continue, to the action phase, I think in the action phase normally is something that when all of this knowledge and the wisdom that you have learned, now you slowly start to live and come back to the earthly and the human life with all the human challenges like, earning income, paying your bills, conflicts with family members or, their work colleagues, trying to get along with people, trying to trust people for what they say. All of these things, managing your health, managing, being stuck in traffic or finding a parking slot or, going for your grocery shopping, So this is the action stage when you are finally, out there, you are living the human life, but you have the right wisdom and the knowledge on whatever challenges you face in this phase of action, on how you can navigate living this human life. And I promise you that the action phase is not something that it cannot be rushed. We are not trying to chase something in life. It's not that everything has to be rushed, everything has to be fast so that we get to where we want to get to quicker, because life itself is a journey. Healing is a journey. We are a journey as well. We are all a work in progress. And there is something called divine timing that we don't get to decide how fast things will happen for us. The only thing we get to choose and decide is that we continue to stay true to our healing journey, focus on ourselves, focus on healing ourselves, and become more cultured, evolved souls on this earth. I invite all of you to really look after your health, your healing, your mental health, your emotional well-being, and of course, your financial sustainability as well. And if you're looking for support in this area, I'm very happy to guide you. Please visit my website, www.kanupriyasaraf.com. And if you like this video, then please drop a comment in the section below.